Hello and welcome to the Spirit of Truth. I'm Brian LaChance.
And I'm Elizabeth LaChance.
And today we're going to be talking about how to be happy, doggone it. Anybody happy out there?
Seems to be a hard feat today, huh? Be happy.
Actually, we're going to talk about the stability of the Lord. That's the only thing that can really make someone happy and content.
Absolutely.
My wife is the happiest and most stable person that I know. She's how do you do it?
I don't know. I guess probably. Well, you know me enough to know I like humor, and I always think of the Lord as being humorous and having a really good sense of humor. And I don't know. I think it's taking life a little lighter and not making such a big deal out of every little thing. And I think it's staying close to the Lord. And I think when you start giving everything over to Him instead of, I think our problem in life is we always plan everything, and I think
Make our own plans.
We have high expectations, maybe too high of expectations, and then you're disappointed, when those expectations don't happen. And I think that if you just, instead of planning for yourself, give it over to the Lord and say, Lord, what is it you want for me? I think that's what, I don't know. I try to do that, and I have my days, that. I do have my days, but, and I think I inherit that too from my dad. My dad was always happy, but he did the same thing. He just lived his life daily, and just, Lord, what do you want today? He didn't really plan so far in the future like a lot of people do,
Yeah. And I kind of fight the opposite. I think I inherited from my dad the negative, but also inherited the music part. He's
wonderful
violinist.
He is.
And I'm thankful that he passed that gift. Ultimately the gift came from the Lord, but he allowed me at an early age to be exposed to music. It's what I wanted to do, but in my own personal life and testimony, I got born again when I was 18, and things changed for me. I became a new person, and I had a new outlook on life and everything. But I had my goals and the things that I thought was going to really make me happy, and I just thought, well, if I could just play for some big stars, I'd really be happy, I remember when I was 30 years old, I moved to Nashville, Tennessee, and I had several jobs, and then finally a spot opened up on the Grand Ole Opry, and I became a regular on the Opry. And I always thought since I was 17 years old, if I could just play the Opry, I'd be happy, Well, and I was a Christian and born again, I started drinking a lot, and I became an alcoholic, but I still loved the Lord. But I remember the second night on the Opry, I just looked out there, and afterwards, I'm going, this all there is, This ain't happiness. It's just a gig, Well, then I thought if I could just play theaters in Branson, I'd be happy, So I went and did that, and man, after about the first week of playing theaters and playing the same show night after night after night after night, it's like, this is not happiness, It goes back to where your only happiness is in the Lord, and contentment. And then I thought, then the next thing in my life, major deal, was if I could just get a record deal, get our music out there, I'd be happy, and that would be an accomplishment. Well, I got a record deal about a year and a half ago, and basically our life hasn't changed much, has it? Except for traveling a little bit, and they put my albums out there and getting us some downloads and making a little money here and there. My life hasn't turned upside down, and basically Record people are just like politicians. They make promise after promise after promise and never keep them, you know. And so it's like a lot of these things are just, a lot of things are letdowns and stuff.
Sure.
But it's how you handle that stuff in life, you know.
Yeah.
If you just stay on the straight and narrow towards Christ and what He did as our example, you know, I mean, it helps you to be happy and to be stay. I'm not saying that sometimes life don't just come and knock you flat down, you know, but the only thing that's going to get you back up is the Lord, you know.
That, and you know, something we've found too is doing for others and making it like your life about other people, because we kind of have a joke between Brian and I don't like to shop for myself. He tries to get me to go shopping for myself for clothes. I just do not like to shop for myself. But give me money to go shopping for somebody else and for the grandkids and stuff, I'm in seventh heaven. And Brian will tell you we hit a lot of thrift stores and I get lots of good deals. But it's like thinking of others. It makes you happy. Yeah. There's something about it of getting your mind on other people and not always being about yourself, you know. And I think that you can do that through the Lord, you know. The Lord, what did He do? God gave His Son for us, the ultimate sacrifice. So think about that. That kind of trickles down to us, sacrificing for others, and I don't know, it just brings you happiness.
It does.
To me.
And we enjoy helping down and out people, you know. We don't, you know, if we just have a little extra sometimes, you know, and there's somebody on the street, you know, and give them $20, you know, when the Lord leads you to do it, you know, and stuff. It's the Lord said it's better to give than to receive, and the reason is it's better to be in that position, you know, to be able to give than to have to be in the position to have to receive it, you know. And we've been there, haven't we?
But it seems like the Lord blesses, we feel blessed more when we're not striving for it, you know.
Yeah.
And we believe you're blessed to help others.
Relax.
That's what the blessings are for anyway. So, and that does relax you, doesn't it? It makes you not, you know.
Yeah. And sometimes, like the other night, there was a guy that, you know, I gave him $3, you know, and he sold me a cassette tape that I didn't need. But he was too proud, you know. He was a Vietnam
wanted you to have
vet.
that cassette.
He was too proud to take money, you know.
Yeah.
And so you have to use your discernment, you know, in those areas. But that made me happy to do that, because I thought, you know, I remember when I was in that situation, you know, I had to go to pawn shops and things and sell stuff, you know. It made me feel good to be on the other end of it, see. And that's what it's all about. And look at the Lord. He never had a place to lay His head, you know. And He didn't have any money. He didn't want it. He was free from money. He said you cannot serve God in money. But we got to have money to live in this world. And we got to have a certain amount of success. And that's,
so we can help others
but
too.
don't let it have you, you know.
That's it. And that's the, you know, I think the whole thing in a nutshell is success, career, money. None of it brings lasting happiness. You might be happy for a little while, but it doesn't bring lasting happiness.
I think we're going over, maybe.
But the Lord does.
Anyway, that's all we can say right now.
Yeah.
Until we
be
meet
happy
again.
In the Lord.
Don't worry, be happy.
Yes.
In Yeshua's name.
Amen.
All right, till we meet again. God
Let
bless.
us know what makes you happy.